Farm for Profit Podcast. Take a listen, have a blast. Farm for Profit Podcast. Learn about farming while having a laugh. Farm for Profit Podcast.
All right, Corey Hillebo here with the Farm for Profit Podcast. We're doing a What's Working in Ag here at the Farm Progress Show. We're here with our friends from Brandt, a longtime partner of Farm for Profit. I've got to use a lot of their stuff, from the roller to the grain carts. I even got a belt. And I'm here with Kyle. What are we looking at behind us here?
Yeah, so we got the DXT line of grain carts. So this here is our Freedom Edition, the 1350 DXT. So
yep, I feel like this is the last checkbox that I haven't got to use. I actually used the corner auger carts, which are really nice, but this is the dual auger, and hopefully I get my hands on it this fall. I really want to see, because I bet that thing can load pretty fast.
Yes, yeah, for sure. So on the DXT, we have two options for augers. We can do 800 bushel a minute or 1,000 bushel a minute if you're feeling frisky.
So what sizes are those?
22 and 24.
Okay,
yeah.
That's huge. Yes. That's absolutely huge. So I also do want to clear this up. When we were at the Des Moines Farm Show, I said that these augers go both ways. And it is true that they do go both ways, but not in the field. They go, you could choose whether you want a right-hand unloading or a left-hand unloading from the factory. Is that right?
That's right, yep.
So a little misnomer, but it does go both ways. You just got to buy it from the factory how you want it.
That's right, that's right.
That would be kind of cool, but probably a liability if it did.
Yeah, maybe one day. You never know.
Yeah, because we'll get some footage of it going around here. That front end is robust.
Yeah, so, a lot of the competitors, they take like HSS tubing and they, gusset it up and make it strong, and we, engineer ours and robotically weld it to, be tough where it needs to be tough.
Absolutely. So. And I will say, from using other brands of carts in the past, when one says it's 1,000 bushels, you're lucky to get 1,000 bushels, or you might have to stop to do it. Like when you guys say 1350, like you can do that on the go.
Right.
At least I've found in my experience.
Yeah. So we set out and we measure everything water level, right? So you don't have to heap it up and fill all the corners to get truly 1,300 bushels.
Right. So. It might be hard on beans and if you got some lower test weight beans type stuff. So what else is neat about these DXTs that is different from the industry?
Yeah. So a lot of good features on the DXT. So one thing is it's gearbox driven versus a belt driven like a lot of the competitors. So the sump's completely unobstructed. The grain flows out nice and easy, and that's where we get a lot of our high capacities. A big feature on it is the ground level access door that you'll see.
Yes.
Easy to get into, easy to clean out, similar to the corner auger carts you used. Clean out is awesome if you're switching varieties or doing anything. And then even the clean out doors underneath. So complete that whole trough underneath essentially opens all the way up and everything falls out.
Yep.
So.
And these things are built for ease in mind. I'm looking over another one over here that's got a hydraulic jack. It's just, they've got everything thought about. And we were just talking before we got on camera, Brandt is really willing to go back to the drawing board and innovate, and you guys have new carts coming out all the time, new features, so that's what we really like about what you guys are doing. What's the idea behind that?
Yeah, so our whole design process is all customer focused, right? Mm-hmm. From the very beginning, we bring in customers and ask what they're looking for, and if we produce something and there's some features that we missed or something we need to improve on, we go back to the drawing board and come out with new series, or always trying to stay ahead of the curve. So. Yeah,
Tanner actually got to sit on one of those calls early in the days of our partnership, and it is true. It is farmers, and you guys ask the good, bad, the ugly,
right.
And that's what you need to hear, right? And what's cool is Brandt is a Canadian company, but these carts are made where?
Right here in Bloomington, Illinois. So just right up the road from the show here. Built all of our grain carts are built right there in Hudson. So.
Yep. So American-made carts, they're awesome. You can get these cool tracks. I'm also thinking you can get some pretty big tires on there too?
Yeah, a bunch of different options. So anything from walking tandems to big 1250 floaters to tracks. So it just kind of depends on what you look for in your operation.
Nice access. You can see windows from the cab. You can see your level of grain pretty good.
Yeah, huge front window on the front. So when you're sitting in the cab and it's empty, you can actually see all the way through behind you too. So, nice safety there, pulling her down the road.
Yep. So what I really like about the corner cart with that extended auger is you get unloading pretty much cab level from your tractor.
Yep.
These are a little different though, right? They're going more back, so more the traditional that you have to look.
Yep.
But you're gaining capacity.
Gaining capacity, and you're gaining that third function with your auger, so you can move that whole auger from the gearbox to the discharge down to get you lower to your trucks, or reach out further if you're going over a ditch or something like that.
And what kind of adjustability do we have? Do we still have the joystick option?
Yep, joystick option or SCV control. So.
Okay. Yeah, and I will tell you, that's one of those farmer things. When we had one, it's like, we don't need that. No one's going to use it. And then at the end of the season, no one would use it if it wasn't, if it didn't have the joystick. It is really nice. You can really get those trucks maybe too full sometimes. I know my dad upgraded a couple grain hoppers and they're a little bit longer and a little bit taller. And I'm really worried about the weights going into this fall, especially with a big crop. So we're going to be trying to pack every inch in there. So what else? What do we miss on the DXTs?
Yeah, the biggest thing on the DXT is, you know, you got a really low loading side height there. So, you know, our 1100 bushel is down to 10 foot. So any type of terrain you're in, you don't have to worry about combine augers getting into it. And yeah, just the big, you know, robust design and the overall fit and finish of the cart is, you know, second to none.
Right. So, these are all black. Are they coming in other colors now too?
Yep. So black, blue, green, and red.
Okay. So you can get any color you like.
Any flavor you need.
Yep. Yeah. I really like the black. It would match my corn head really nice. I like black. You can go on any piece of equipment. It look really good.
That's right.
Yeah.
The black fits well. So.
Yep. So, well, Kyle, thank you for showing me around. We're going to get a walk around and show everyone all the features. So track size is how wide?
Yeah, so 36-inch track. We do a 130-inch all the way up to a 170-inch, depending on what size cart you go with.
Okay, and auto luber, hydraulic tension.
Hydraulic tension, yeah, oil bath hubs, and yeah, the auto greasers are awesome. Good thing about the tracks is it's a really simple design. So even without the auto greaser, there's only like 6 grease zerks on each track. So compared to a lot of, you know, it's a lot less maintenance even without the auto greaser.
Yep. Then here is the side access door, where on the corner cart it would be in the rear, but obviously you can see you can get in there and clean it out really good. Notice all the bolted construction. There is really not much for welds above the frame, correct?
Right. Yep. Yeah, bolted and riveted design on the DXTs, just really good for, you know, really good for our manufacturing process for one. But you know, if you trash a panel, you know, which happens, they're easy to replace.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. Do they all come with this cool American flag, land of the free, or is that custom?
So this is our Freedom Edition. So that's a custom wrap that we're doing for this year and potentially in the next. So. Yep.
Here's that robust gearbox that we were talking about. This would be where it could go both ways if you ordered it one way or the other. What size auger is this?
So this would be the 22-inch on this.
So this would be the
800
bushel a minute, which, my lord, that's fast enough. I would think 1,000 bushel a minute, I could get in some trouble.
Yes, that would be.
Can you imagine spilling?
That'd be a good farm for profit episode. Is how fast you can unload your grain cart competition. You and Tanner and Dave could.
Yeah, and I think we'd probably end up having to get one of your grain vacs to vac up all the stuff that we spilled.
I'll bring the vac.
Yeah. So. Hydraulics, nice, color coordinated, very robust hydraulics there. Boy, that's a lot of hookups.
Yeah, so you know that's the good thing about the joystick. When you switch to the joystick, you have your hookup for your jack, and then your one SCV for your joystick that controls everything.
I imagine scales that you can get.
Different scale packages. We do the Agromatics Libre scales or the Digistar, kind of up to the user.
Right.
So
here's that huge window we were talking about that you can see in. You know, just at a quick glance in your mirror, you can see about how full you are.
Yep. So yeah, easy to see. Go all the way through.
Rachel's waving at herself. Oh, look at this. You got your scale readout on the side.
Yeah, so the external display, and that's became really popular. Guys love that. Combine driver can see what they're putting in and how much they're loaded. And we can do that on any of our scale packages. So.
Another big thing is what I've noticed from running them is the lighting packages is really nice. Like it's like daylight at night. You can really see what you're doing. Loading a truck, wagon, all that kind of stuff. I really like how the tracks are so narrow going down the road. That's a problem that I have, that we're getting so close to town. These big carts get so wide with big tires and all that. Like I can actually sneak through town with this pretty easy.
Yeah, and your DXT is so much of a more narrow profile than like the corner auger one even. You get, it works out well.
Yeah. So. Well, that's the Brandt DXT cart. Got a nice tarp. Sure, you can put an auto tarp on it if you want.
Yeah, electric or manual
camera.
Tarp.
Look at that integrated camera there, a little hole.
Rear camera. So.
Toolbox. I think you guys have firefighting stuff you can add.
Fire suppression kits go on here. Yep.
Very nice. Well, thanks for showing us.
Yeah, no problem. It's built right here in Illinois.
Yep.
So.
There's even clean out.
Yeah, so you can see. I don't know how open it is, but you can see how far underneath there it cleans out. Really, your only obstruction is the track axle, and everything else drops out. So, really super good clean out on these.
Yep. Very cool.
Farm for Profit podcast. Take a listen, have a blast. Farm for Profit